at the rhythm of the sun. Well, I was wide awake until the dawn upon her face, and the echoes of our song as it hummed along. So stay with me, you are my missing pieces. Oh, you are my missing pieces. You are my missing pieces. So won't you stay with me?
Hello.
Good morrow.
Here we are again.
Just
like Bill Murray and Groundhog Day.
I know, right?
We appreciate you all those.
Let's start with Dead Air just to get a really good vibe going for today's events. Johnny and I were just talking. We were just trying to get the camera settings a little bit just before we went live. We did well yesterday. Your camera only froze once in an hour. We're making progress.
A new world record.
But we were talking about lip color because as men do.
Especially us, yeah.
Johnny's lips were really pink. His saturation was too high, and mine just looked pale. And then Johnny goes, "They don't look pale. You just look deadish." So I've enhanced the color on my screen. Hopefully, I look alive and well.
Just lacking some life, some vitality. It's okay.
Here's everybody in the chat. Lovely to see you all for this Reaction Wednesday. We are here for Ren, Mr. Gill, and his band, The Big Push, which we haven't seen anything of yet. But we've only reacted to like 2 songs total. So we have a ways to go. And
yes, we do.
I'm just pulling up what we have here. So what we've done is from the last 2 videos that we've reacted to, we've accumulated the most requested songs. That's what we're going to tackle today. And we are going to close with Chalk Outlines. That was the most requested. That is the song that Red did with Chinchilla. And we're going to start with the song that, this is going to sound terrible, I kind of want to get over with because it's reggae.
Well, that's the spirit.
It's not. Ren's amazing, and I'm hoping he just brings the song to a new level for me. I got the Sheriff because it's I'm gonna be honest. I'll be transparent. It is not my vibe.
You got the Sheriff, or you shot the Sheriff?
I don't got anything. That is why we're gonna take it on.
You got the Sheriff emotionally? I got the Sheriff.
Something along those lines. Perhaps
I understood him emotionally.
Jump in, shall we?
Yeah, but before we do, please, if you... it's close to a skip there. Little pixelated.
We'll have moments.
Okay. All right. Yes, before we jump in a very choppy type of way, if you could hit like and subscribe and ring that bell, that would be wonderful. Am I looking blurry to you, or is it just my end? Okay. So that would have been weird for everybody else. It was very...
If it was at all.
Yes.
Also, please be sure to click on the link below in the description where you can buy us coffee, help support this page and our podcast, reaction podcasts just like this. Even consider being a Thronely member like many of you are that I see in the chat right now, where you get exclusive access to our Sunday shorts and our Thronely only events, one of which is coming up next Monday, and you can be part of that as well. And while you're there, if you'd like to check out the shop, you can take one-on-one songwriting lessons or write a first song if you wish with Johnny, or take voice lessons with myself. For those of you who've always wanted to write a song, but maybe didn't know where to start or whatever, go to him.
Start with me.
Yes, that's where you begin.
Yes, and Richard's one of the best in the biz, so please, take voice lessons from him, please.
Please, make the world a happier place. Improve your voice. Mm-hmm. No, so I just realized we're actually not going to start with I Shot the Sheriff. So I'm starting.
Should we cut that whole intro then? I mean,
you know what? Let me restart the intro. We got this.
Okay.
What I actually have is, well, that's still the first song, but someone sent this. I thought this was really cool. This was a video of Ren when he first. Where's the. What's happening? There it is. When he made 1 million subscribers, and he just spent a few minutes talking about what success was to him. So I thought that actually would be kind of a cool way to begin, get to know his personality a little bit, because we've only got glimpses of that. So
Yeah.
let's start here. Let's hear him talk, because he's got a wicked accent. So that's always fun to begin with. And yeah, let's see what's going on here. And then we'll get to the admittance of murder in I Shot the Sheriff.
Maybe we have a wicked accent to him.
I want to keep this short and sweet because I wrote something that I want to share with you. But first of all, I just want to say how grateful I am. I've reached 1 million subscribers on YouTube, which is a flipping huge milestone.
This is a year ago. He's almost
I
at
wanted to
2
say
million
thank you to
now.
everyone who supported my music over the years, whether
Wow.
you're
Okay, so
newly
this
on
is
board
very
or
recent,
been here
yeah.
for a while. I wanted to say thank you to the YouTube reaction community who have gotten behind my stuff in a big way and really helped me reach this goal. So thank you guys. Yeah, I wanted to read this passage that I wrote about success. It's too much for me to remember right now, so bear with me. But yeah, success to me means that I have a responsibility that transcends me. If I have a platform where people are paying attention, then I feel like it's my duty to make that count. It's far more important than my aspirations with music and what I could personally gain. There's a saying that stuck with me recently, which was a rising tide lifts all ships. Somehow, by finding success for myself has meant that I can find success for the people around me, and that makes me feel very rich. I'm in a very strange position right now where I owe much of my success to the most destructive force in my life, which has been the turbulence of my physical and mental illness. The thing that has by far brought me the most pain has been a source of constant inspiration, which ironically led to creations which brought me the most joy.
A lot of artists can
Creating
relate to
art
that.
which means something to somebody else and can potentially be a companion to somebody else in the dark justifies my own pain, and I desperately needed that to be justified. There are a lot of people alive today who live in the dark. It's a place that I'm very familiar with. In the peak of my health problems, I was severely underweight. All my meals had to be restricted and blended, and I was so tired that I couldn't participate in life. I couldn't socialize, I couldn't watch films, I couldn't read. My bones constantly hurt. Even standing in the shower was excruciating and exhausting. And this went on for years, with no answers. Nobody could have ever convinced me during that time that my pain and suffering would be a source for something good, because it felt insidious. Nobody could have ever convinced me that something constructive can come from hurting every day. But I'm here to tell you that if you are hurting every day, don't be afraid. One thing I know to be a constant law of the universe, is that life is inconsistent. Life is beautiful and life is hideous. Life is kind and life is cruel. Dancing inside this dichotomy and inconsistency makes me know that you won't hurt forever, whether that comes from resolution of what you're going through or acceptance of where you are. You won't hurt forever.
Just a quick pause here. I mean,
Right.
if this doesn't show his compassion, his intelligence, his art, I mean, this is great, because a lot of artists just, break open the champagne. We got 1 million and we celebrate, and that's enough, right? But I mean, he's just the fact that he's reflecting how he got there and then sharing that in the story. It's just beautiful.
It's even poetic there. Yeah.
Yeah, it really is poetic.
Just
And
through and through.
it obviously bleeds into his songwriting too, which is just awesome.
Yeah. And just again, the power of just diving into somebody's story just a little bit changes so much about your perspective on them. And I didn't necessarily have a perspective on him either way. I just thought he was a great artist. And I think you
Of course.
subconsciously form your own visions of, or your own opinions of what they might be like as a person. And it's like, not that they were concrete, but it's just like, they're nothing like who he is. I mean, he's just,
Right.
it's just false.
The illusion that you have from the because when an artist puts out a song with, whether it's just an audio track or it's with a visual, that is a directed narrative that they want you to see, based
Yeah.
on their intention. But to dial back, pull back, and have a more of a broad perspective of who's behind that intention is always adds more weight.
And pretty much always you find more compassion and resonance and connection with somebody when you just ask. Not that we're
Right?
asking, but we're kind of, we're inviting him to tell his story, and it's like, yeah, he's there's a depth there, and obviously there's more than just this as well.
Of course.
But it's just always a cool thing to peel back the layer of.
And then when you go and listen to the music, it just adds just so much
so
more
I
to
love
it.
these. I just love these little segments for that reason.
Well, that's why we started Reaction Wednesday. Get to know the artist more.
You don't know yet whether or not your pain conceals gold. It definitely conceals wisdom, and it's definitely a catalyst for filling you with empathy. So stand strong, my friends, and don't let the darkness consume you, because once you know the dark and become intimate with it, you become very capable of wielding the light. You could be instrumental for changing this world for the better. There's nothing humble about shrinking or doubting yourself because you are large. You can be ferocious, and you could be magnificent. For the medical industry, who too often let people fall through the cracks, it's your duty to do better. For the people living in the light, who have either stepped out of their shadow or have never had to walk beside it, it's your responsibility to put out untainted love. Our own greed, desire to ferociously expand, and decisions rooted in self-interest can benefit ourselves in a material sense, but can be very destructive to the hive and the world around us, ultimately hurting ourselves. So we really must consider that if we're going to step into a bright future. As humans, we have an incredible potential, and it would be a shame to throw it away. So community, humanity, and changing our relationship with the natural world so it leans more towards homeostasis must be a priority number one. If you're watching this and there's a knot tied up in your stomach with bitterness, anger, or hatred for your fellow human being, be with it, feel it, understand it, express it, and then let it go. You're hurting. Give yourself love, forgive yourself, and then project that love outwards, and the anger will pass. We have a decision in every interaction to tilt the world towards heaven or hell, towards Jannah or Jahannam, utopia or dystopia, and some people's ideas of heaven will be another's image of hell. So tread carefully, but treat those differences with respect. Tapestries are made beautiful because of the variety in the sum of their parts.
Wow.
That's a hell of an acceptance speech.
To 1 million people
goodness.
inside this rich tapestry,
you wanna call it.
for the opportunity for me to
I'm just reflecting on our unboxing video for our silver play button. Just how ridiculous that was.
They're very similar.
Yes, we
Not at all.
back up a little bit. No. Oh my goodness, this is just it's just poetically profound. Just a beautiful sentiments here.
Yeah.
thank you to 1 million people inside this rich tapestry for the opportunity for me to try and spread my own vision of what I believe to be good. And thank you for justifying my pain. Thank you. I love you.
We talk about it all the
Wow.
time when we react to his videos. You can literally see the art, the artistry, and the poetry flowing, soaring through his veins. It's a visceral, he can be very physical with his
Yes.
performances, and it's so present every time he performs, and that's just further proof of, he's in his bones. He's an artist, and he has great intentions, deeper than just the skin deep stuff.
There's so much depth behind his delivery and everything he does.
And so it's crazy to me because that was you said that was a year ago. So all this, I guess, when I first saw him, that was about a year ago. Because somebody, I think Sam,
The
sent
high
me,
Ren video, right? When that was
that's
exploding.
when Sam sent me. I think you would at the same time. So dare I
A
say
year and a half, yeah.
that we were actually on the cutting edge of discovering somebody for the first time on our channel.
That's right.
Possibly. Usually we're about a decade, 5 years to a decade behind. So
I'm also
a
excited
world
to
record.
get the confirmation from one of our own Thronleys that we did in fact have the worst unboxing video ever on YouTube. So it's
Stop. You flatter us. Stop it. If you're gonna go for something, go all the way.
that's
So
right. Oh my goodness. All right, here we go. Bob Marley cover, I Shot the Sheriff. Let's jump in. I love the whole busking vibe too. It's just so casual, so real.
Yeah.
Such a great feel.
Yeah, it almost sounds like there's a whammy bar in it, but he's not.
All right, so we have
There's a
the
rawness
wrong
to it, but I
one.
like it.
So
We have
yeah,
the
but
wrong-
if you guys are saying we have the wrong one, so let me see if there's another one here. I mean, I'm happy to see that, but we're not going to listen to the song twice. Not today, anyway. I can only take so much reggae. I have a quota that I can go for. Although that wasn't a reggae feel at all. Like that, I was enjoying that.
That was yeah. What song was that?
I think it's just like a lead-in or something, right?
Oh yeah, that is the song, isn't it?
This one. Here we go. All right, I got you.
Give it a-
All right, cool. It's still like busking. Oh, and it's mixed in with Road to Zion as well.
Red Suspenders is better.
Yeah, we got it.
Red Suspenders is always better.
You sit all around in my hometown.
Yeah.
People try to track me down.
I love that.
Yeah, little flutter.
For a crime that I did not commit. Yes, if for a murder of a deputy. Say for a life of a deputy. But I said,
That's right. Yeah. Okay. I haven't heard this song in a while.
did I shot the sheriff? I did not shoot no deputy.
This delivery is just so fascinating.
I shot the sheriff. I swear it was in self-defense.
Do I need this? Parental advisory?
Your mom.
Said Sheriff John Brown, that man hated me.
Oh, that's cool. Little baritone range there.
For what, I just don't know. Whenever I would try to plant a seed, he would say, kill it before it grows. He would say, kill it before it grows. But I said, because I sheriff, I did not shoot no deputy.
Richard, are you bobbing? Are you bobbing?
It's because the drummer.
I shot the sheriff.
Part of it.
But I swear it was in self-defense. Oh, give it up for Remain Season, please, please, please.
band has a vibe. They've got just tasty licks. He's got personality.
In this world of calamity, dirty looks and grudges and jealousy, media clowns them and abusing their put up but media clowns that not for nothing but that.
Ren's control over his articulators are just awesome, and you can see because we're just close here. Just because there's so many muscles around. All right, let me nerd out for 2 seconds, okay?
I know, it's so funny.
So you got there's kind of almost like a strap muscle. These are the orbicularis oris. These are the core muscles that make up your lips. But there's so many muscles that attach, like to under to the nose, that go into the cheek. You've got your buccinators, your zygomaticus major and minor, and just the depressors. You got like all of these really cool muscles that spread out in a ton of different directions. So to get them to coordinate at the speed that he does, and we've seen this with him rapping, obviously, but even here, he doesn't need to move those muscles that far to still make it clear as to what the word is. But he does, and that's what makes it, partly what makes it so expressive, watching him, but even just like the shaping of the sound as he goes. He's just so fascinating to watch.
In this world of calamity, dirty looks and grudges and jealousy, media clowns
Right here.
them and abusing their put up but media clowns that not for nothing but that. Boom. The young trendsetter, come on,
just
the
great flow
when
control
I bust
there.
a trigger finger like bamba bigger though. When I bust a trigger finger, come on, here we go. Burst on in la la la, here we go. 'Cause got to keep it moving on the road to Zion. Got to keep it burning on the road to Zion. Got to keep it burning on the road. Got to keep it burning.
Old Scott.
With a little bit of dog, we can make it through the night. With a little bit of dog, we can make it through the night. With a little bit of dog, we
I don't
can
know
make
this
it through
song.
the night. With a tanani, 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 boy. With a little bit of dog, we can make it through the night. With a little bit of dog, we can make it through the night. With a little bit of dog, we can make it through the night. With a tanani, 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 boy. Come on now. And even more, let's take it down. Keep it going. Tempo slow, just here, ha.
Can you imagine Ren as an auctioneer?
I never have before, but now.
I mean, you just be fascinated. I'd forget to raise my paddle to buy something. He'd be like so fast and so brilliant.
Yep.
I'd buy a guitar from Ren. He can sell me anything.
Actually, speaking of guitars, the guitar that Ren is playing and the guitar that the other guy is playing, I own both of those guitars. Like the little bit different. I have a different color of the Epiphone, but yeah, I own both of those. So
Oh, that's cool.
good choices. Yeah, just great. And I just love how, just the sort of live jam bandy feel without being too jam bandy. Because I'm not a big, not a big jam band guy overall, but I do like sort of the spontaneity of taking more of a pop song and just kind of going some different places with it.
Yes.
You know, and I just love how free he is, and how you kind of have to do that as effectively as he's doing that. You have to really be in touch with the moment, and sometimes that's hard. Sometimes it's easy to go into sort of autopilot mode, or your adrenaline just kind of pumping, and you're sort of like you're just not present. And he always seems very, very present. And when you do that, I feel like the inclusivity with the audience is just heightened as well. And I mean,
it is. Yeah.
Everybody's just vibing together.
They're feeding off that energy for sure. Just as you see the audience move, and then, you throw them off guard and just keep them on their toes. And as far as the reggae vibe here, it's obviously mixed into the song and the ska as a whole, but they're doing so many things that it's not like 4 minutes of just like the upswing on the guitar. There's just like all these little things that makes it constantly move forward. Definitely more engaging for me. I think just in general, the ska and reggae is designed to make you feel relaxed and happy, and that's not generally why I listen to music. So it just doesn't vibe with me as a whole. But when you've got artists like Ren, spearheading it, it's just there's so much ear candy that keeps you engaged. I've got no complaints.
Yep.
Real quick, I got a text from Brigitte in the chat saying the copies aren't showing up, but I saw them come up. I don't know if somebody's didn't come through. Do you want to acknowledge them real quick if we could?
Yeah, I thought I saw it too. But maybe not.
If we missed somebody, I just want to make sure we didn't miss somebody, but we want to thank you as well.
Yeah. So, well, Joy started things off. I think wasn't Joy Joy Robinson one of the first ones that introduced us to Ren, even though we had seen him previously. But
yes.
Big,
I would imagine
catalyst for that. So, that's our resident biker babe, Joy Robinson. Thank you for your 3 coffees. And she says, "What is there to say about Ren? But amazing. Thanks for this. Love you guys.
We love you too."
And Francesca bought us coffee. Thanks so much. Oh, so much depth today. Thanks for spreading all.
Salamat, Francesca.
Salamat. And then Deb bought us 5 coffees. Thank you so much for that.
Thank you, Deb. Much appreciated.
Tempo still hip hop, hip hop, hip hop, hip is still bigger than a hip hop, hip hop, hip hop, hip still bigger than a hip hop, hip hop, hip hop, hip still bigger than a hip hop, hip, my drum baby. One thing about music, when it hits you feel no pain. White folks, they control your brain. I'm no better than that, that's game. I'm me ready for that. 2 soldiers ahead of a pack, my party's got the guy. Where my army at, what the right time, not react. Back the beat, sit, don't reflect on how many records get sold. On test drugs and rock and roll, whether your project or unknown. In the real world, we just people with ideas. We just like you and me when the smoke and camera disappear again. The real world, it's bigger than all these fake ass records.
I love those little sections.
The millions and my woman's disrespected. If you check 1, 2, man, would have advised to you, just relax. If that don't work, then do what you got to do and kick the facts. If you a liar, wolf, crier, bush crier, agent with the wire, I'ma know it when I play it. But then if you a liar, mouth on fire, pants on fire, agent with the wire, I'ma know it when I play it. It's bigger than a hip hop, hip hop, hip hop, hip. It's still bigger than a hip hop, hip. Still bigger than still
I'm gonna let it play, but I want to comment on that. One of the challenging things that a lot of artists have, singers that I work with as well, is when you, especially when you're covering a song that has a part that just repeats, whether it's 2 words like hip hop or it is an entire phrase, to make it engaging is a challenging. At first, we're just like, when you're learning a cover, it's like, okay, what are the words? What is the melody? So it might be a little sterile at first until you kind of feel bringing emotional center, things like that.
Mm-hmm.
There is never anything boring with Ren. Ever.
No.
And John, you know this about me. I have a deeply rooted fear of boredom. This is I've been psych evaluated. This is my problem.
Should we tell this story real quick?
I think we did once in the past. It was an ink blot test that you, me, and our buddy Matt took in our band. And
it's like 20 years ago.
Yeah.
So,
what was yours?
That you just saw a series of ink blots, and at the end of the day, it describes your personality. And I think Matt, so his personality, he was driven by
love, wasn't it?
Love. And then I was driven by kindness. And then Richard's, the computer started smoking. And then it came with this result that seemed to be totally made up. And this was driven by a deeply rooted fear of boredom.
And we all just stood there in silence like, yeah.
I mean, it definitely checked out. It just seems so made up.
It's definitely me. So I never doubted Inkblot Test again.
There's always such an aliveness to his performance.
There is. He can take the same thing and deliver. He can just mold the phrasing in so many crazy ways with the volume, the tonal texture, the Vermont itself, the shape of the vowel, just the phrasing in terms of tempo, just how he drags things out. And in that last moment, then adding vibrato and going up the octave, it's just constantly engaging. It's brilliant.
Always a turn. Yeah. Like I said, it's I don't like jam band stuff, but I would listen to that all day. I don't like endlessly going on a song for 20 minutes.
It's the same.
I would listen to him do it because like you said, it's just chunking.
It's four chords over and over. Yeah.
And I know people are into that, and by all means, that's
all good. Yeah,
and I respect that, but yeah, it's just not necessarily my thing. But yeah, I just love how he just takes you on a journey. And this was I think one of the first instances, maybe the first that we've seen him perform in front of a live crowd, right? Other
than we watched a Sunday short, one of our reaction shorts, we saw him busking.
Okay,
yeah, I think that was it.
Because usually with his stuff that's how would you describe it? His non-live performances, even though they're all live, there's it's in a setting and there's a visual aspect
design
to it, and there's cool lighting. And this was the first time that sort of was taken out of the equation, which that always adds to it too, because I feel like his visual sense is always top notch too, and it adds to his whole
the
artistry.
people he surrounds himself with, the cinematography to capture his vision, all of that.
Yeah, I guess that might have been part of it. But yeah, just the connection with the audience was just a different. I mean, there's just everything he does with even in a seemingly totally live performance. It just always adds something.
Always. All right, so here's the big push again. This is Englishman in New York. I see somebody was guessing this was Wade in the Water. That is also on the list for today, just not in this moment. So here we go.
Wade in the water. That one?
I don't know. All right, so here's what we were just talking about. It's live, but not in front of a live audience.
Those chunks are so cool.
I don't take coffee, I take tea, my dear. Tea, my dear. I'd like my toes done up one side.
Got a little bit of that ska feel again.
You could hear it in my accent when I talk. I'm an Englishman in New York.
That's awesome.
Great harmonies.
See me walking down Fifth Avenue. Walking K by my side. I take it with me everywhere that I walk. I'm an Englishman in New York. Whoa, I'm an idiot.
I was wondering that too.
Oh,
Is this a Sting song? It reminded me of like a Police feel. Is this an original or? I'm looking for.
Yeah.
Do you have any idea?
it sounds like it would be. I mean, actually, Sting is such a great. I mean, he's covered Sting before. He covered the
Yeah.
Police and
But
And
no,
he
I had the
fits
same
so
thought
well in that
cross my
genre.
mind. I didn't know if this was an original or it's like kind of like a Police piece. It kind of has a little bit of that feel to it. And the harmonies are great. I love the way they designed this entire thing.
Mm-hmm.
It is. Okay, cool. Thank you guys.
Manners maketh man, some might say. He's a hero of the day. Taste of man suffer ignorance and smile.
Oh,
Be
play there.
yourself, no matter what they say. Takes more than combat gear to make a man. Takes more than a license to a gun. Befriend your enemies, confront them when you can. A gentleman must walk but never run. Whoa, I'm an alien. I'm the legal alien. I'm an Englishman in New York. Whoa, I'm an alien. I'm the legal alien. I'm an Englishman in New York.
The puppy.
I was just thinking, I love that they just, they didn't keep the puppy in the kitchen, get him out of the shot or whatever. It just feels like you're just hanging out in their living room and this is what they would do.
Exactly. Yeah.
It's great.
I just love the casualness of it.
I was just going to point out that
Awesome.
I don't need to point it out. Everybody's hearing the dynamics in his voice. When he jumps up in that second verse, just the belt, he just puts on that little distortion, kind of like that vocal distortion pedal he's so good at adding.
Yeah. It's got that Sting thing, but it's just got a little bit of an overdrive to it. Yeah.
Yes,
He does,
which
the
I'm a
Sting
fan
thing
of for sure.
so well. I mean, that whole that reggae and that ska rock thing does
Yeah.
so well. Again, I love the visual to this. They just pick the best. He just picks the best.
And every one of them are
scenes.
different.
Yeah. Totally different
that
vibe.
we've seen. Completely different vibe every time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because the back in '74, Message in the Bottle is also Sting inspired. Like you're saying, The Well in the Garden, as you're pointing out in the chat. And that had a completely different feel. And then the one he did with the mashup, what was his name? Frank?
Oh, I don't remember.
Oh, what was his name? Freddie again. Fred again. I got there eventually.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah, just completely different feel, just capturing just all these different moods, and of course his famous music video for High Ren, a completely different thing as well. But yeah, it's just the visual stimulation and storytelling, the narrative that coincides with whatever he's choosing to sing is always on point.
Yeah. Oh,
It's a little jazzy.
Be yourself, no matter what they say. Be yourself, no matter what they say. Be yourself, no matter what they say.
Nice.
Be yourself, no matter what they say. Whoa, I'm an alien. I'm a legal alien. I'm an Englishman in New York. Whoa, I'm an alien.
I'm a legal alien, I'm an Englishman in New York.
Yeah, I love the folk vibe too.
Yeah, the
I don't
harmonies.
know the original song, but I don't
Whoops.
know.
That is the
Took a long
wrong
time.
button for the wrong day. My bad. So I was just going to say the harmonies had a little bit of that, almost like the early Beatles folk kind of harmonies feel to it. I don't know why it reminded me of that. Maybe it's just the style of the song mixed with just the 3-part harmonies there.
Yeah, maybe just a little of that English edge to it. Well, Welsh
Accent. Welsh,
Right,
yes.
right. Yes,
But-
right.
But also, I love that when Ren goes into head voice, it's still identifiably Ren, right? So when I flip into my Mickey Mouse voice, it's not necessarily Richard anymore, although we've all come to admire that sound more than my speaking voice, I'm sure. It's like there's a disconnect, right? Because you don't spend a lot of time there. But when he goes into his head voice, it's just the vibrato, the tone, there's these little textures that are just so Renified. Just throughout his entire range. I love that.
Yeah, no, I thought it blended really well, and also simultaneously it had his, his unique sound just was ringing through for sure.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, and just talking about the guitar playing real quick, there's a cool, kind of like him. There's this slickness, like him as a singer and his guitar playing. There's a slickness to it, but also, there's like a cool rawness too, which I think just makes it really, I don't know. There's something about the raw that I like. It's just a little bit more relatable. But like when he did that,
Which
like
button do I press?
he's in a B minor chord and he's doing this.
Oh yeah, and then
He does that B
Just
major scale within it, which is really
steps
slick,
outside
really
of it.
cool.
But that shows again to his level of musicianship, to his awareness. I mean, you have to have some. I mean, you can go by feel in improv things, but you have to have some theory knowledge. I don't mean necessarily out of a book, but it's like you have to understand music on
Yeah.
to a higher degree to be able to do that well.
Yes, I like the combination of both. I mean, sometimes it's cool to get just a total, like the Sex Pistols when it's just total raw emotion and, but I usually like a little bit of education behind it, and he's got the goods there.
Sex Pistols.
Have we seen this one?
No. So I never see your references coming.
Like you just get guys that don't necessarily know music theory at all, and it's just
2 strings on the guitar. It is what it is.
Yeah. but it's awesome in a sense too, because it is just that pure emotion, and it's not theoretical at all.
So this song, to answer your question, so this is Chinchilla. This was also during one of our Sunday shorts. We saw a 1-minute clip of, I'm pretty sure it was of this song. And so we have heard her a little bit. I just remember the two of their voices together was just astounding, but we didn't take a deep dive at all as to what was happening. So now we get to hear the entire song. And for those of you who are curious, our Sunday shorts is one of the exclusive access benefits we have to our Thronely members that start at just $1 coffee per month. And then you guys tell us which videos to watch, and then we just do a bunch of them every week. All right, here we go.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 1. Oh, 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 oh. I don't feel safe.
They're so in sync.
In this bed, there are voices in my head. I've been talking to the dead, and the fear baptized me. My kingdom turned to dust, and I watched all my riches rust. Have I lost the Midas touch, or do sad eyes
Oh, wow. Thank you, Deb, for that info.
Over and over we go, over the hills and the valleys below. Oh, and it follows me home, and it suffocates me. Oh, I can't breathe.
Ah,
I said, oh, I can't breathe. All I know is I forgot how to be me. I don't feel safe in these holes. There are bruises on the walls. There are bodies in the floors, and they breathe so loudly. I wish I could.
I'm going to just pause it here real quick.
Mm.
These two sound
Love
like
this
they've
one.
been singing together for a decade.
Yeah, they really do.
What is their background, guys? Do you have any information? I mean, have they sung many times together before? The staccato phrasing in this, the timing is, it almost sounds like adjusted. I know it's not. I know this is live. I'm not suggesting this had any audio edits or anything like that. I'm just implying the degree, the nanoseconds in which they are starting and stopping is so mechanically perfect. It's wild. And that usually comes from like siblings singing together growing up. Like they have that kind of history and timing. They're just like reading each other's mind with it. It's just amazing.
Yeah, it's awesome. And then obviously the subject matter, which we were informed about, even gives it much more of a weight. Very haunting. And it's, I love art that isn't necessarily super on the nose with the subject matter. It's talking about it in a slightly.
See that. Sorry.
Oh,
yeah.
The way they're approaching this song. I mean, so Ren wrote this song. I'm imagining, right?
I don't know.
I would assume. I mean, it's just a little bit outside of the box. It's not, I mean, obviously with a subject matter like that, you could go just totally sort of sad and somber, but this has just this haunting quality to it, which I think speaks more to this person's personality.
It
and
does.
the struggles
It's
they're going
almost
with.
cinematic. Like when you played the melody just on its own there, it just had that feel of like, just like the video story or a film story, not just a.
It almost does more of a service to this guy, this Joe, to just talk about what he went through, as opposed to just how the obviously the sadness that precedes something like that, or follows something like that. Yeah, it's I just think it's the songwriting is just great. I love those little angular harmonies.
In their the textures, the speed of vibrato, all of those things you guys are saying, they refer to each other as musical siblings, and that's literally what I hear. I mean, I would have, if I didn't see them or have any knowledge of them whatsoever, just closing my eyes, I'd be like, oh, this is a brother-sister duo. I mean, that's how in sync it is. It's to that level, which also implies that her background, she's got history, just life experience, things like that she can bring to this song to match Ren's just very visceral, honest storytelling that's there as well.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
In the floors, and they breathe so loudly. I wish I could move, get up and walk right out this tomb. Do our saviors die too soon? For my sins surround me.
suffocates me.
I can't breathe.
Oh,
I said, oh, I can't breathe. All I know is I forgot how to be me. Hallelujah. Where is my God? Where are you? Hallelujah. Nothing is pulling me through. Hallelujah. When I don't know how to be. Hallelujah. I forgot how to be me.
When he gave up the fight, a quick decision late in the night that stayed with me for all of my life. I miss you so.
Great. Just
wow.
what a writer. I love that so much. Going back to what you were saying about them gelling so well, you're totally right. There is that quality of who's the brothers that do Everly Brothers, where they're just totally in sync. There is that element, but also, again, I feel like they're able to maintain their own individuality within that. And there's this juxtaposition of this really smooth, slick thing going on, but also this total rawness, which is always present. Which, again, I think with him, there's that element of danger that's always present in what he does.
But that's
Whether
what's
it's his
so.
writing, yeah.
Sorry.
And both of them had that. It's just like this little bit of instability, but also totally in sync at the times that it needed to be, and then the times that it needed to kind of branch off.
That's what blows my mind, though, because well-rehearsed singers, like musical theater or groups that are been playing together forever, it's just all planned out and refined and everything else, and musically everything gels. To have rawness synced is so unusual.
Mm-hmm.
That's really what stood out to me with the two of them singing together.
Yeah,
it's really incredible.
Yes, absolutely. I just love that song so much. That's
yeah,
great.
Really, really well done. I want to respond to, I think it was Bad Wolf 15. You asked if you're missing any Ren reactions on our channel because our playlist only has 3 videos. No, you're not missing anything. We were missing many videos. So we came late to the party on this one. We did, if you search Ren on our channel, you will see a reaction to High Ren. That was part of one of our Thronely Only events. And then it was after that we started doing that. And that was just back in December, or maybe it's November. I'm not sure. I think it was New Music November. Anyway, we are, so we're late to the party. So we're just at the beginning of our rabbit hole here, and we are just loving it.
Yeah, going back to that last song real quick too, just what they did post-production wise, and there really wasn't much production that took place. I mean, it was primarily live. Just the uses of the reverb and when they would choose to add it on. So the very beginning, when it was just a cappella, was totally dry sounding, which so lack of reverb or echo,
right?
Which kind of makes it, it's like they're right up here, definitely
Intimate.
more of an intimate vibe. And then when they started in with the guitar, it kind of, the reverb came in and it just kind of had more of an ethereal quality, which is beautiful. And then little moment, and that sort of stayed. And then they would have these little moments where they'd suck out the reverb again, and it would just be really, really, really in your face again. And I thought that was very
It's
effective.
a little production trick to just, not a trick, but yeah, I mean, it's just in sync with what's happening. That's pretty cool. Marco's saying that Chinchilla supported Sting on one of his European tours. What a great combination.
Oh, cool. Yeah.
Yeah, I can imagine that would be awesome. All right, so this is another The Big Push song. This is Bongo Bongo, a Manu Chao cover. I don't know if I know this. We'll find out. I don't know the title.
You're always smiling. All right, go.
of the mumble. Papa was king of the Congo. Deep down in the jungle, I start banging my first bongo. Every monkey like to be in my place instead of me. I'm the king of bongo, baby. I'm the king of bongo bong. I went to the big town where there is a lot of sound. From the jungle to big city, looking for a bigger crowd. But I play my boogie for the people of big city, but they don't go crazy when I'm banging on my boogie. I'm the king of the bongo, king of the bongo.
You know this?
No.
Hear me when I come, baby. King of the bongo.
Is this his? Or the band's, rather?
Hear me when I come. They say that I'm a clown, making too much dirty sound. They say there is no place for little monkey in this town, so I play my boogie for the people of big city, but they don't go crazy when I'm banging on my boogie. I'm the king of the bongo, king of the bongo bar. Hear me when I come, baby. King of the bongo, king of the bongo bar. Hear me when I come.
This is a cover. Nice.
Je ne t'aime plus, mon amour. Je ne t'aime plus tous les jours. Je ne t'aime plus, mon amour. Je ne t'aime plus
Awesome.
tous les jours.
This is
Parfois
French.
j'aimerais mourir tellement j'ai voulu croire. Parfois
Yes.
j'aimerais mourir pour ne plus rien avoir. Parfois j'aimerais mourir pour plus jamais te voir. Car je ne t'aime plus, mon amour. Parfois j'aimerais mourir tellement j'ai voulu croire. Parfois j'aimerais mourir pour plus jamais te revoir. Parfois j'aimerais mourir pour ne plus rien savoir. Non, je ne t'aime plus, mon amour. Je ne t'aime plus, mon amour.
I'll be backing up here a little bit. So I introduced the video as Bongo Bongo Mano Chao cover, and then 3 times we asked, is this a cover? I should probably pay attention to what I'm actually saying before the
It's
video
okay.
starts. My apologies for that, but
Super cool.
it's just everything he does and this band is doing. They definitely just re-embody whatever the song is and filter it in such a way that is just feels like an original every execution, which is just fantastic. And that I don't think I've ever heard French rapper before. That's a new one. He's got a great singing tone.
Yeah,
too.
I
we only
loved
heard it
when he
blended
took over.
before, but
Very, very unexpected, but when he took over, it was just perfect. And
Yeah.
their voices obviously complement each other. Their 2 lead voices complement each other
Yes.
very well, but the 3 of them sound great together. I love the
Mhm.
bass player too. That really awesome line.
really clever riff. Yeah, I want to hear that rap part again.
Je ne t'aime plus tous les jours. Parfois j'aimerais mourir tellement j'ai voulu croire. Parfois j'aimerais
Such a
mourir
cool
pour ne
attitude.
plus rien avoir. Parfois j'aimerais mourir pour plus jamais te voir. Car je ne t'aime plus, mon amour. Parfois j'aimerais mourir tellement j'ai voulu croire. Parfois j'aimerais mourir pour plus jamais te revoir. Parfois j'aimerais mourir pour ne plus rien savoir. Non, je ne t'aime plus, mon amour. Je ne t'aime plus, mon amour. Je ne t'aime plus tous les jours.
Banging on my boogie, oh, that swing belongs to me. I'm so happy there's nobody in my place instead of me. I'm a king without a crown, hanging loose in a big town. Cause I'm the king of bongo, baby, I'm the king of bongo bongo. King of the bongo,
Nice.
king of the bongo bongo.
Fun song.
Hear
I
me
love
when
it.
I come, baby. King of the bongo, king of the bongo bongo. Hear me when I come, baby. King of the bongo, king of the bongo bongo. Hear me when I come, baby. King of the bongo.
Thank you for that.
King of the bongo bong.
Oh, that was
How would
really
you
cool.
classify that style? It's got a little the reggae ska thing. It's got a little bit of a Latin vibe. I just love the forward momentum of it. It's so infectious. Are you? What do you think? You think you're crossing over to the ska reggae land?
No.
No, yeah.
I
think it's
look,
so cool.
No, I mean, look, great musicians, great singer delivering any song greatly. I'm gonna appreciate.
That's true.
Just hands down. There's no question about that. Like I just have mad respect for that.
Yeah.
And it's just not my vibe to listen to on my own. But this is also why I love the channel. It's just obviously exposing me and hopefully others to just things you never would have seen before. I just never would have pursued this to even discover it. And it's it's just so well done. And the other one has more of a Latin French vibe. Khan, the same, if I'm saying your name correctly. Very cool.
Everything he does just embodies like why I got interested in music in the first place, and I wanted to be in bands, and why I love to play so much. It's just there's just that aliveness that is in his every performance, and it's just getting together with friends, even the beer bottles or the wine bottles. It's just this really casual, but just a group of guys getting together and group of people getting together and just loving playing music, or just having a small crowd just feeding into what you're doing. That's really what it's all about.
Yeah,
the success stuff is awesome, and that can be a fun aspect as well. But at the heart of it, it's just the pure joy of just creating something, being artistic and
having a shared energy when it's received and reciprocated or appreciated. And it's just, it's music. It's the universal language of love, it just is, and communication and just, emotional triggers and bringing so many people together.
Yeah.
Yeah. Awesome. All right.
Yeah.
Well, I kind of want, but Agate said something about being hungry now, and now I'm looking at this and I see fish and chips, and I haven't had breakfast. Now I kind of am too. But we're going to listen, not eat right now. We can get some popcorn. By the way, we have not needed this parental advisory. We're not done yet, but the last couple we've done, I put that up there a little too late.
I just like that it's on my side. It's like, well, you don't know what he's going to say.
It definitely needs to be on your side of the screen for sure. All right, this is Genesis. Now, before I hit play, is this an original? Or is it Genesis? All right, here we go.
When I'm by myself, I find my mind starts drifting somewhere else. It's not inside this dimension, it's definitely somewhere else. I wrestle with my thoughts, constant wrestle with my mental health. I'm put on life support, I've been put upon a higher shelf. My whole life I've been fighting. This cake, it don't have icing. These mantras I'm reciting, they're meant to keep me sane. I don't know if they're working, cerebral cortex hurting. Maybe it's all learning. Maybe it's cause life is a lottery, what's an anomaly. Sometimes it's riches and sometimes it's poverty.
Oh, yeah,
sometimes you're nervous
definitely
with
his
and you're
original.
property begging the surgeon to have a lobotomy. Honestly, I'ma speak honestly. Life is ironically fucking me chronically. I have been ill in myself and it bothers me. License for killing myself, call me Connery. I'ma be straight.
Glad I kept that up.
I'ma go straight for the heart. People dilate in the dark. People dilate in the dark. No one was late for the art. No one was late for the art. Genesis rain and it rain with a star. Genesis pain in the art. Genesis aim for the heart. Genesis. When I'm by myself, I find my mind starts drifting somewhere else. It's not inside this realm of thought, it's definitely somewhere else. Wage war upon my demons, I've been knocking on the gates of hell. A heretic, a heathen, I've been screaming in this padded cell. It's pain making my pain waking, it's painstakingly cold. My soul aching, my bones breaking when holding on to control. Wrap yellow tape round the body shape, put the body in the bag, zip closed. It's malignant, it's mutating, it's such a sight to behold. Let me be real for a second. Tongue is a gun, it's a weapon. Reload, blah blah, that. Beast mode, Armageddon. Get 'em. Let me take the wheel for a second. Hit a hoop like Shaquille O'Neal with aggression. Regroup with a 3-point steal in succession. Switch swoop, and I'm making them feel the profession. Making them feel the profession. Making them feel the profession. Time is the author, the lesson. Time is a murderous weapon. Time is a curse and a blessing. Time is confined in the eye of my mind. It reminds.
So, it wasn't too long ago that I professed the reality that I am not a rap guy. In fact, we have said we are not rap guys. We said that up front, listening to a variety of artists.
Mm-hmm. We've converted, why I am still holding out hope for the reggae thing.
No, listen. But here's the thing with the rap. There's, I mean, for as a once upon a time lyricist, and I was always a slow writer. I'm just amazed at just the wit, the cleverness, the rhymes, the syncopation, and all of that. So there's just I have a fascination and appreciation on that level. But with rap too, when it's done in certain ways, because there's some styles it's just never going to happen, right? It's just a turn off for me, right?
Right.
But when it's a cool story, cool narrative, and the tone is interesting. It's just like a great sounding instrument when there's textures mixed in. And again, my deeply rooted fear of boredom, what he just did in the last verse, it was like single, then there was layered, and it was kind of like a cool harmony that was there. It was just, it's constantly evolving in a way where you have to go back and hear it over and over again to just like get the full picture of what's being said. So it's not just that there's maybe something profound being potentially said, which obviously not all rap songs have, or all music has for that matter. But when it's done in a way that is musically intriguing, I'm game. And
it really is.
He just has that in spades.
Yeah, well, it's like the genius of Eminem. It's, when you listen to it and you break it down, it's just there's so much happening, and just when you just read the lyrics, the way he.
Yes, rhythm and poetry versus I absolutely when it's
the way he
that
rhymes
way.
certain words that you would think you would never rhyme. The way the phrases end, where the accent points are, they're just always unpredictable, and even the production behind it, which it's so common these days, especially. Not that I listen to a lot of rap overall these days, but it's but nowadays it's kind of you have your one loop, and it's like one drum beat. You got your little piano line going on, and then it's the rapping over it. But for this, it's like the drum parts are accenting these little moments, and he'll deviate. It's kind of like that, his I Shot the Sheriff, where it kept changing, and there's little deviations, and
there's all these subconscious
within the context of the song. He's changing it up constantly, and you're always on a journey, and everything surrounding it is supporting that. It's not just just press play on the loop and let it go for 4 minutes and you're just rapping over it. There's a lot of intricate
definitely
stuff
more involved.
And the words that he's using, it's just cool words.
His vocabulary is incredible.
And it's happening so fast, it's hard to take it in, but I'm sure
for a single pass,
but it's just on first pass, it's just like just the words that he's choosing are so, they just sound cool.
His phonetic flow is brilliant.
The phonetic flow is there, for sure, in spades.
All right, so I backed up a little bit. Let's keep going here.
For a second, tongue is a gun, it's a weapon. Reload, blah blah, that. Beast mode, Armageddon. Get 'em. Let me take the wheel for a second. Hit a hoop like Shaquille O'Neal with aggression. Regroup with a 3-point steal in succession. Switch swoop, and I'm making them feel the profession. Making them feel the profession. Making them feel the profession.
Love this
Time
part.
is the author, the lesson. Time is a murderous weapon. Time is a curse and a blessing. Time is confined in the eye of my mind. It reminds me that life is just slipping right by. Take my piece of the pie and I'm feeding on wine. That I'm freedom in rhyme to defy my depression. I'ma be straight with you now. I'ma go straight to the heart. People start late in the.
So it starts with this Eshin rhyme scheme. Then he goes the I rhymes. The pi is the time of the. I can't remember what it is, but and then he ends with depression. It's like just the way that the rhyme schemes are going. It's so unpredictable.
It lands.
It totally lands and it totally makes sense, but it's not your typical rhyme scheme. It's so clever, and so impressed by that because I just don't do that. Like as a writer, I've tried and it's hard. It's very difficult to do. It's definitely
It's
a different
definitely
skill set.
an art into its or of its own for sure.
Yeah.
My mind, it reminds me that life is just slipping right by. Take my piece of the pie and I'm feeding on wine that I'm freedom in rhyme to defy my depression. I'ma be straight with you now. I'ma go straight for the heart.
Sorry,
People
pause it
start-
again. Yeah, I want to reiterate that sentiment too. With Joyce pointing out is just that he will take on the most complex, sometimes controversial, just topics. And I've actually heard from several people in comments and just even in everyday life that therapists often use his music, his poetry, as a means to connect with not just their clients, but suggest their clients to, to bond with what his story is and overcoming and everything. I mean, that shows to the degree in which his art can reach and actually help and heal people, which is just
not to mention,
awesome.
real quick, that's amazing. I didn't know that. That's really awesome. And just going off of what Sinella said, the memory, which is often
good God. Yeah, there's no way.
Especially for us two who have
Me,
historically had a hard time memorizing things. That's insane to be able to remember all of that stuff, and he does so many different songs, and
for sure,
keep it all in his head is crazy.
Late in the dark, people die late in the dark. No one was late for the art. No one was late for the art. Genesis rain in the rain with a start. Genesis pain in the art. Genesis aim for the heart. Genesis.
Kind of hypnotic loop here. Cool. All right, we have two more with many more songs that we have not gotten to. So we have two more for today. So I'm just going to let you guys know, especially if you are new to this channel, requests for future Ren songs, please put them in the comments after the live stream. We do not look at chat for that because it's just too difficult to scroll through and find things. But in the comments, we can find them and stack a little bit easier in terms of like what is being requested the most, etc. So after this live stream, or if you come to watch this later, please leave them there as to what future songs we need to get to. The last two we're going to take out today, I've already announced earlier, we have Wade in the Water we're going to listen to right now. And the most requested song for today, coming into today, was Chalk Outlines, which also has Chinchilla again. So I'm excited to hear that.
Nice.
All right, so this is Wade in the Water. This is the big push. And it's Wade in the Water, Nina Simone, Trouble So Hard. So it looks like a bit of a mashup here.
Okay. Playing bass also?
Yeah, I was just noticing that too.
I said, wade in the water. I still wade in the water. Wade in the water. I said, my God's got a trouble. Water.
Get that thing on there. There you go.
I said, who's that young girl dressed all in black? It's really weird. In the water. Must be some kind of angel.
Look at that.
Moses led. I said, my God's gonna
Oh, that
trouble
stuttered vibrato.
the water. I said, wait. We did the water. gonna trouble.
Ah,
Us in my guards gonna trouble. What the?
I mean, this is just straight up heart-wrenching gospel on top of a laid-back ska-esque rhythm. I mean, it's such a... I've just never heard that combination before, right? Just because it has... I don't think ska's the right word, but...
Like down and dirty blues to me, you know.
Yeah, but I guess maybe, again, it's just like...
a little bit of the gospel thing for sure, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I hear like that gospel blues with, and I think it's just the dynamics and then just getting grit and the lyrics mixed in with it makes me like, it's got like that, you know, in the marsh of Louisiana gospel kind of thing just coming through. Just so well done.
The Muscle Shoals thing. It's just crazy. I mean, to go from that last song, I would have been a fan of his just based on that last song, and the fact that he's got this whole other side with just this amazing singing voice, and also just like a really great instrumentalist as well. And I love that he's playing bass on this, and he's the full package, and he's just one of my favorites. I wish he was just worldwide known. I mean, maybe he will be because he's building.
There's pros and cons, right? Because he's not doing traditional distribution and label routes, so that doesn't,
right?
You know, so it's not just gas being thrown on a fire for an overnight success thing. I mean, he's wielded something that is very special and artistically profound. That's true to him. So he's definitely doing it right, and it's the fact that it's getting, you know, to people like us that wouldn't know otherwise, and I just love the direction, and he's still young, right? I mean, he's like, was it early 30s, mid 30s? I mean, he's got decades of art ahead of him. There's no question.
Yeah. No, I guess, you know, it's just the old school, you know, the mainstream artists that I grew up with were like.
Well, no, I want that for him, for absolutely, because I think that would be good for the
radio. Exactly. When I turn on the radio, I want to hear him, you know, and it's just, and I love that he's staying true to who he is, and you know, just keep doing your thing, man. You're awesome.
I want to hear this section again.
Who's that young girl dressed all in black? Wait, this is really weird. In the water, must be some kind of angel. Moses lied. I said my God is gonna trouble the water. Just say way we did the water. Oh, say way you the water. I said my God's gonna trouble the water. Us in my guards gonna trouble what the.
Player taking the
Sick birds flying high, you know how I feel. As sun's on the sky, it knows how I feel. It's drifting on my mind, it knows how I feel. It's a new dawn. Look, it's a new day, and I'm feeling good.
Nice. Great touch and everything that he's doing too.
I like this band a lot. Yeah.
Fun band.
I really like that band a lot.
Yeah. Very, very cool. Oh my goodness.
It's a new dawn, it's a new day.
That song has stood the test of time too. With so many remakes, so many artists. Just so well crafted.
Every singing competition I've ever been a part of in the band, that song has been done. Every single time.
Always. But you know, when you could take a song and then even the way what was the bass player's name? Well, he was playing guitar there. We start with the G. You guys said it once. Goran. Is that his name? Yeah, just his usage of his voice, just flipping up into head voice, and just he's stylized it in a way that I hadn't heard that song done. And that's what the whole band does, is they're able to just allow their own artistic expression come through without compromising the original intent of the song. There's always like a really cool balance, but making it feel edgy. And what a great group of fellas that found each other for that. That's awesome.
Yeah, definitely edgy. Somebody said the Stones. That kind of reminded the Stones. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Oh, is that what you said before? Yeah.
No, I didn't.
No, you didn't say that. Oh, okay. Yeah, just that rawness. I just love it.
So we're on to the last one for today for our 90-minute reaction Wednesday here. Thank you everybody for joining us. This is Chalk Outlines performed live again with Chinchilla. I can tell because of just the thumbnail alone is clearly Chinchilla in this screen. She's so scary with their claws. And again, after this live stream is done, if there are other songs from Ren you would like us to check out, or Chinchilla for that matter, please let us know in the comments. And you can even include a direct link. We have them set so you can send links to something if there's a specific version of a song that we should check out, and we can build our request list for Ren, because we are absolutely going to circle back at some point. And this was 3 years ago. Let's check it out. does he find these places?
No, they're all so interesting.
They're so vibey.
To have the eye for that, I mean, it's another element of what he brings.
If there are other songs, yes. We know there's more songs. Please let us know which ones.
Still here in this bed that I crawled in. I hope that I'm someone else in the morning. So take this one, wash it down and you'll be fine.
Nice.
Walk around in the floating chalk outline. So it goes, let it be. In the gallows, balanced on my toes so I can breathe.
Ah, great line.
Little by little, bit by bit, I push it back down with a new habit. If not for long, just for a while, I'll bury myself with a great big smile. Oh my, oh my, we trace ourselves in these chalk outlines. Oh my, oh my, erase ourselves in these chalk outlines.
Flickering light in the
I
background.
know.
Sertraline and a sip of serotonin. Don't cry, 'cause there's a pill for everything. Take this one, wash it down and you'll be fine. The feeling goes and you draw a chalk outline.
So it goes, let it be. In the gallows, I'm balanced on my toes so I can breathe. But little by little, bit by bit, I push it back down with a new habit. If not for long, just for a while, I'll bury myself with a great big smile. Oh my, oh my.
Sounds so good together.
They really do.
Chalk outlines. Oh my, oh my, erase ourselves. It's such a perfect day. Take it just in case. Take it just in case. I'm scared of being okay, 'cause all things change. All things change. It's such a perfect day. It's a beautiful shame. It's a beautiful shame.
Oh, I love that she went there.
I'm scared of being okay, 'cause all things change. But little by little, bit by bit, I'll push it back down with a new habit. If not for long, just for a while, I'll bury myself with a great big smile. Oh my, oh my, we trace ourselves in these chalk outlines. Oh mama, oh mama.
You raise our sails in these choke out lines.
Oh,
I mean, skull bumps. I mean, that just, wow.
somebody mentioned Jeff Buckley of the Annalisa. I was going to say that before too. There's definitely.
I love Jeff Buckley. Yeah.
I mean, they have different voices, but there's a similarity in just the mood that they both can create. And yeah, it's just the dynamics that they can do so much with just the voice, just one electric guitar.
I forgot there wasn't the band there. Like you're not even.
Yeah. And then when she comes in, it's just, you know, like they're so their chemistry is so palpable too, and they're just, I mean, it just seems like they're just totally in sync with each other, and it feels like they really are. You know, and just the way that she knows how to like move just in the right way, and then she'll like kind of crouch
even
down.
her body language, yeah, like all of it. She just like, I mean, he was, you know, a little limited in terms of he's got a guitar in front of him, but I mean, his facial expressions and everything is everything. But she just let her body just kind of like swim in such a way that just kept you.
Everything was just in sync.
Totally
Yeah, you're
connected.
And you're just swept up in this. I mean, and that's what great art does. It just sweeps you away, transcends. You know, it just takes you away from the normal reality, and takes you to this,
When it's done like
wonderful
that.
place. Yeah, and also,
Yeah.
I mean, you know, the camera work on all
Again.
of this stuff. Whoever is doing that, whether it's one guy or one person or many,
Kudos.
I mean, it's just always so well done, and just the panning is great, and the movement, even that live,
We got
the busking
suspended.
performance.
We're off the air.
Oh, all right.
Welcome to our world, guys.
Yeah, well, I guess we're finishing up anyway.
Well,
But,
this should still show when it's done. Hopefully, it pops up. What is the we had a couple coffees? Can you mention them real quick? Sorry, guys.
We'll
We let it play too long. I didn't stop it often enough.
Yep, Latte Lover, thank you for your 5 coffees. Richard, you can use this to add some reggae to your playlist, which he definitely will. And Robbie bought us 3 coffees. Thanks, Robbie.
Thank
Welcome
you
to the
both.
world of Renegades are the best.
Yeah. So
Thanks so much.
to be clear, Deb is saying that, you know, Ren doesn't copyright strike ever. We're not worried about that. This isn't a Ren thing at all. It's YouTube's AI. We let the song go for too long because we were captivated, and their AI goes, oh, someone's live streaming, you know, trying to get, you know, monetize off of someone else's art. Reactions are absolutely legal. We're doing everything correct, and there's no actual issue. But until someone, an actual human, if they were watching, they would go like, oh, they're reacting. It's fine. But
Right.
that is it for
We're
now.
back.
Yes,
We're back.
We're back. Well,
Yes.
hi, everyone. We thanked our
Yay.
coffee buyers. We said very profound things that you will never hear ever again. Probably the most brilliant statements we've ever made. No one will ever
Sorry.
know. No, all is well. But that is it for today. Let us know again in the comment section. Thank you for joining us. We love you all. Thank you to our Thronely members for supporting this page. All the coffee buyers, the likes, the subscribes, all those things help this video get seen by more people and spread the Ren love. Thank you, Renegades,
Yes,
for hanging out
Thank
with
you,
us
guys.
today.
See you guys.
Have a great week, and we'll see you guys next time. Wait, we gotta get all of them through. Betty's our most recent gold member. Thanks for joining us, Betty.
Hey, Betty.
Bye, guys.
Later, guys.